fan of the Hodaki Big Show podcast?
Yeah.
Make sure you check out more from Jay, Smike and Keyzie on their Instagram at Hodaki Big Show, or tune in to them 4 to 7 every weekday on Radio Hodaki. Thanks, mate.
Thanks, mate.
Cheers, man.
Good on you, fellas.
Hello.
My impression is we're all a bit weary from the weekend.
I'm buggered, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's not a bad thing. I
Well,
said the
it
front
just is what
bogey.
it
Come
is.
on, that's a shocker.
You were absolutely leering over my shoulder, so I wasn't sure if there was somebody approaching me with a hammer or a knife or something, but no, it's just another young woman you're having a geese at.
You know what?
Jay?
You know in X-Men, the guy with the laser eyes.
Yes.
That's how intense it is when
What
Hoodie
is his
J's
name?
perving. Cyclops.
Cyclops, yeah.
I
You've
thought
only
she
got
looked-
one eye.
I thought she looked like a nice young lady.
Sure. It's personality based, wasn't it?
Absolutely. And I'm going to form an opinion of her just on what I saw, which was that I think that she's a very thoughtful person, that she's a very diligent worker, that she cares about her job, that she's very neat and tidy.
Sure.
All of those things. That's what was going through my brain.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys do that, if you do a whole psychological profile of someone when you see them.
Not really psychological.
No, you
It's
don't.
not a psychological profile.
Yeah.
It's a
Some
profile.
Some people you can look at. I'm not sure if you know what I mean when I say this, but you look at them and you go, I bet you're a dick, just by how
Oh,
they
sure.
look.
100%.
Very much so.
Yeah, and you're
Very
like, okay,
much
you're
so.
or like, I bet you're a bit of a bitch.
Some people just have faces I don't like. And they might be the nicest people in the world. I'm not looking at you, Keyzie. But
Yeah.
isn't it funny how that happens sometimes? Like, I will literally look at a guy's, and it's usually a guy for me,
Yeah, same here.
and I go, I don't like you. And he hasn't even said anything or done anything. It's just
And
my vibe.
Sure.
the other thing with that is you could meet the guy and he's really nice.
Yes.
But you're going to have to take another 2 or 3 meetings to really decide if he is actually really nice.
Well, the thing is, he could be really nice, and I'd still dislike him.
Yeah.
Because I would trust my initial instinct.
What do you do when you don't like someone and they're talking to you?
I pretend to be interested.
No, you don't.
Pardon?
No, you don't.
Don't I?
Nah.
Do I just fade off?
I think you do it with everyone, whether you like them or not. You just sort of it becomes clear that you're not down for a yarn.
And you just
Is it really?
you just
Oh,
zone
yeah.
out.
Really? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I never realised that about
No,
me.
it's good. It's good. It's an effective mechanism.
Well, actually, it's funny you should say that, Mogi, because my wife often says to me, yeah, no, fair enough. It's a pretty boring story
Oh,
anyway.
no.
And I'm like, what? Oh, no, I was listening, darling.
I was loving it.
You
But
can't ruin your wife's confidence in storytelling.
and then I go, oh, did it seem like I wasn't interested? So clearly something's
Yeah.
going on with my face that I'm unaware of. Like
You-
the lights are on, but there's no one home.
So one thing I've noticed you'll do is I'll be like talking to you and you'll look up from your phone and look at me and I'll be like, hey, Jace, blah, 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 blah. And you have this weird lip thing where you've got
Yeah.
sort of an underbite and then you'll just go back to your phone and keep texting it. I'll be like, all right, so you just completely ignored everything I just said. Or you'll be talking and then you'll just walk away and grab a cricket bat and then start swinging that around while I'm still talking to you, things like that.
I think in that case, Keyzie, what it is when I hear you say, hey, Jace, I feel like you're just
Yeah.
going to take the piss.
Straight away you switch off. I
Yeah.
just saw that woman go past. and
Yeah, what
she's
was
got
your
her,
thought?
She's got her sleeves in the jacket. She's worked out how to use her jacket.
Right.
Oh, yeah, because I don't like that. Girls have this thing where they don't put their shoulders in, and it's just hanging down. They're all like,
Well, they don't put their arms in.
their arms. Oh, the jacket's just
Yeah,
sitting
yeah,
on
yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
It's
what
like,
old mate does who walks past here, you know, and I just saw her and she's finally got her arms in the sleeves.
well, it is getting colder.
It's getting colder. It's noticeably colder
it is.
overnight.
They wear it like a cloak.
They do.
I'm a fan of the cloak.
I was about to say.
I'm a fan of a cloak, but
Yeah.
not a cloak with sleeves on it.
No.
That's a coat.
It really gets deep inside my gut.
Cloak.
You
Well-
see, I'm looking at someone else out there now, and I like that person because I think she's probably quite nice just by her smile.
Right.
There's nothing pervy about it. I'm just saying she seems like a nice person.
Okay, what about Pugs in Studio B there? You look like him. See, I think you look at Pugs and you think, oh, he's probably a great guy.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Well, he's got a
A
like.
great guy. I don't
Yeah.
know about a great guy.
I look at Pugs and go, he seems like a nice guy.
Seems fine. I mean, I wouldn't give it any thought, to be honest.
But then he'll come into the studio and be in a of a mood, and
no.
it'll be like, oh, actually,
Looks can be deceiving, eh?
he's obviously in a foul mood again.
See, the guy
Indeed.
that just sat down outside us just now, he sat down and I instantly was like, I kind of don't like
Jealous of
you.
him, yeah. Jealous of his good looks, eh?
No, it's the real estate agent type outfit for some reason.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
like it. You know, the nice shirt.
I don't like it.
Yeah.
How's the rest of your trips, fellas?
After a shocking night's sleep,
It wasn't my fault, by the way. Thank you very much.
which we'll be discussing on the show.
What was your room number? Do you remember?
I was
Anyone?
next door to Jace, turns out. I found out at 7:30 in the morning, as we'll discuss on the show, that I was right next door to Jace.
Right.
251.
Oh, I was 253.
Yeah, and the ACC Hodaki room was the pants man's room. That's where all the ruckus
I think
was.
I just heard people coming up from
Yeah,
up
and
the
talking
stairs or
loudly,
something.
yeah.
Yeah.
I was-
acting like it was,
So that was
acting
directly...
like it was midday.
Yeah, that was directly opposite your room, Jace. That
And,
was-
and mine.
I was 249.
Yeah, right.
But not even acting like it was midday, Mogi. Acting like they were steamed off their heads at 2 in the morning.
What was it? Was about 1 though, wasn't
Yeah, it
it?
was
Yeah, it
about
was 1 in the
1.
morning,
yeah.
It was a shocker.
I got back to sleep. That didn't last for long, I don't think.
No, it didn't.
And then I went back to sleep, but then I was woken up again at 3.
No, it was-
3:30.
I was wide awake and rigid with rage.
And
Yeah.
see that I was heading up from the bar, walking with those people. No, I came out of the lift and they spotted me just as they were going into the pants man's room, and they were like, "Oh, Keyzie, we're having wines in here." And I had made up my mind that I was going to bed.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh, yeah, cool. I'll be there in a sec. Just taking my shoes off." And they were like, "Okay." And I was like,
see ya.
"Straight
Nice.
to bed, man."
That's the way to do it.
Yeah.
Better than having the argument.
Well, I looked around and I was like, G Lane, Kate,
Yes.
Pants Man. I think Kyle Mills was in there.
They
Yeah.
that's what really did my head in, was that I got woken up and that I was like, oh God. But then I was woken up by my own colleagues. I recognised
Yes.
the voices.
You knew who they were.
And G Lane. And people would come out of the room and go, "Hello, Ruby Allen, because I wasn't Pants Man."
It was so good.
Fuck's sake.
The Hodaki Big Show with Jason Hoyt, Mike Minogue, and Keyzie. The Hodaki Big Show, weekdays at 4 on Radio Hodaki.
You've got to start, and I'm sick of giving you advice on ways you could fix your sleep and stuff like that, and you ignoring it. But my backpack, my travel bag, always has earplugs and an eye mask in it. Always.
Yeah,
And I always have a great sleep.
great
You look
stuff.
like a doofus, but
But you always go to bed hammered. That's why you ever go to sleep.
to be honest,
You know, you're out.
yeah.
Yes.
It was one of those head on the pillow, and then the world just
Yeah.
goes black.
Yes.
I got woken up by them and then went back to sleep pretty easy and then got woken up at 3:30. I was like, what the fuck is that? It was like, it was above the bed to the right, and I was like, it's pipes. It sounds like it's toilets flushing or there's a shower on or something. So I lay there for ages, and it would get increasingly loud, and then it would drop off, and you're like, oh, sweet. And then it would start up again and get, what the fuck? So I turned the light on, and it was the heat pump.
Oh, moving.
It was like as it was getting up to heat, and then it would go down again, and then that was me. So I was literally up at 3:30 in the morning,
Done.
and I started working.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh, well, at least you turned it into something, you know what I mean?
and then I waited around for breakfast, and then I jumped in the car and I was off.
Yeah. Far out.
Good
Yeah.
breakfast though.
Yeah, it was
Just
good
eating.
breakfast.
Bloody good
Yeah.
breakfast.
Like, I tell you what, they do a good buffet there.
Really good.
I like
and
that
the view.
hotel.
The view's
Yeah.
great as
Do you-
well.
I don't.
No.
I think it's one of those classic hotels that presents quite a flash facade, but actually
Well, it's pretty old
What
now.
would you like them to upgrade?
everything.
Okay.
Apart from
Soundproofing.
So the swimming pool, the gym,
the buffet,
sauna.
the buffet's pretty good.
The buffet's really good. The
No,
bar's good.
To be honest, I didn't mind. It's
No, it's
fine.
good.
It's
I
just
think you
It's
associate
better
it.
than every single other place we've stayed in the 2.5 years I've been at Hodaki.
Yes.
right.
And you're
Hands down.
associating it with steamed people. Every time you're there are steamed
That's
people
true.
keeping you awake.
Yeah, well, the last time I was there, of course, I was right next to where the party was happening
The Black
downstairs.
Clash, yeah. Actually, did you guys have this where the whole time I was in my room and I even hopped in bed and I thought, which one of the Black Clash players was in this room getting up to all sorts of mischief?
All sorts of
Because
carry
I
on.
know that they were all down that wing where we are.
Right.
Yes.
And I was like, oh, God, who was in here?
Who's got the memories?
And then I went and saw my mum
yeah.
out in Papamoa there. Oh, actually, on the Friday night, had a very nice dinner.
Well,
Yeah.
where'd you go, by the way?
We went to. It was in that little. It was actually in a mall, weirdly. Or it was like a little lane. You know where we did that radio gig, where we did our gig,
Yeah.
kind of there.
oh,
but
by Bruco.
Bay. No. When that first time we went down,
Oh, at the Bayfair.
Bayfair. Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But and I was like, oh, this is going to be a bit dodgy. It was excellent.
you know,
Wow.
Bayfair's sweet as.
really good.
Because Lucy was terrified I was going to suggest a restaurant for you and your wife to go to. She's like, do not tell Jay somewhere they should go for dinner. And but I get a kick out of it now, him hating it every time.
Totally.
No, it was my wife's suggestion, and it was good.
I went and got hammered on Saturday.
Really?
Yeah.
Well done.
Not really.
Really?
Well, I mean, it was great.
Good
But
times.
it also means you don't get the shit done that you need to do. So, and then still tired. But it was good. Went around to a bar, it was the kids from school and their parents.
Oh, cool.
So it was her, my kids' mates, and we went around. There was only about 6 or 7 adults, but got around there at 2 and left about 9:30 or 10. They turned it on, man. This was like
Awesome.
It started out with a couple of chippies and a bit of this and a bit of that, and then, but the service, man, they were great. They were turning on the margaritas and the bottles of wine were coming out one after the other.
And was it supposed to?
I think it was one of those things where we were going around for an hour or two,
Right.
and then it just turned into
a fest.
Well, that's great. I love that.
It's
it
actually
was good, but it's just then you said, oh god.
Yeah.
But it was great, and I needed a blowout. Well, I did I? I don't know, but I got one. I don't know if I needed one, but I got one. It was great and good people. Because we were like, we can't keep complaining, like not unlike you, Hoodie J. Can't keep complaining that we've got no mates and then turn down every single invitation that we get. Because that's what we do.
Yeah. Well, what are you up to this weekend?
Just on that,
busy this weekend.
Just on that front, I've got something. I'll do it in the show, but it was amazing how often with our girls and all their friends, when they were having parties, it would descend into an adult kind of piss fest.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's pretty good, man.
Yeah,
they were
I
good.
didn't
They
mind
were
it.
good folks. It was, yeah.
What about school camp? Did you ever go on a school camp as a parent minder?
There was.
Yes, there was one.
I remember the parents going there, and there was one parent in particular when I was at school camp, and he was the father. He was fucking hammered.
Yeah.
And I just remember his kid just being devastated.
Mortified.
Like
yeah.
mortified with
That
embarrassment.
hammered.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Pretty fucked.
I think I did.
Yeah.
I did go on one camp as a parent, and there was a little posse of us that were into it.
And they
in
were
terms
having a
of-
busy day?
having a busy day. Well, but it never got out of control. It was just at the end of the day, let's have some drinks.
Sure.
And there was also a posse of
That
parents
doesn't
were
sound like you.
There was just a posse of parents that were like, no, we're fine, thank you. And
Yeah.
so we'd be like, all right, we'd have a few beersies.
Because I've got...
Hey, get the kids up at 1 in the morning. Hey, kids, let's go. Let's go and check out the river.
Go and tell your kids how much you love them, eh?
Because I have vivid memories of my mum being called in on day 2 of a 3-day camp because all the parents that were there the first night got wasted and all of the parents got sent home and new parents had to be brought in. And so my mum had to come in and was just like, I don't know what they did, but apparently it was pretty bad. And it was about 10 parents that got out a few
Going at
bottles of
each
wine.
other.
Yeah. Bloody good.
Maybe a big root fest.
Yeah. Hey, don't forget, listen to the Hodaki Big Show, 4 till 7 every weekday on Radio Hodaki. Also give us a follow on Instagram, Hodaki Big Show.
Thanks,
Mr.
mate.
Mike.
Oh, sorry.
Oh.
I
come
did
on, man.
that classic thing where I'd switched off.
Yeah. Mr. Mike Minogue, at Hoity J, Call Me Pugs, and Chris Key NZ on Insta.
Thanks, mate.